Welcome to My Date with Natalie Portman. I'll talk about fitness, I'll talk about me, I'll talk about life, movies, anything. Warning, I am the worst Natalie Portman fan ever. For real. I really am. Okay, we're starting at zero. I ran a Spartan race, got stronger because I started lifting, then full-time school, full-time work, just taking on too much. I have a lot of weight to lift. Mostly I'm worried about the fat. I'm not worried about weight per se. If I weighed 400 pounds but got down to like a 8% body fat, I don't think I'd have an issue with that. But realistically, we're shooting for somewhere around the 300 number to start. Because right now I'm starting somewhere around 365, so I've got about 65, 70 pounds to lose. And then we'll reevaluate because we still may not be there. Realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if my ideal weight was somewhere around 285. I'm 6'4" and I'm a massive, ginormous guy. Those are the goals. Big thing is I want to be fit. I want to be healthy to be able to take my shirt off. Rock on. So we're starting now. We're starting this week. The goal this week is to get a yoga workout in and a lifting workout in. So I'll let you know how that goes next week. I recently watched an interview with Robert Downey Jr. This is my big thing I'm thinking about lately. And he talks about how he would not do independent film because it's bad. Well, he has a whole list. I would suggest you just go look it up. You'll find people just giving him the business about he shouldn't be so looked down on independent film. And they're angry about him saying independent film was basically bad. And I started thinking about it, and I said, why does that bother people so much that Robert Downey Jr. says, well, it's bad? Because if it wasn't bad, no one would care, and they'd move on. And that's kind of what I came to is, I've watched a lot of independent film, and a lot of it is bad, really bad. Stuff I've made is bad. We all make bad stuff as filmmakers, people who are making films initially, and we get better, and that's the idea. I'm sure there are probably some filmmakers who their first thing they made was great, and they just got better. I'm not one of those guys, and most of the people I know are not one of those guys. So even if you're getting better, for someone like Robert Downey Jr., he doesn't have to do crappy film. He doesn't have to shoot with an unknown for unknown results without an idea that really, I guess if you're an independent filmmaker and you made something great, then he might be willing to do a film with you even though he says he doesn't want to do independent film. But it would have to be pretty significant, I would think. And that's just the reality, is that there's always been bad art. There will always be bad art. He is at a point in his career where he doesn't need to do bad art. He's doing pretty well from all indications. That led me to look up some other things. I was actually looking for that interview of him saying, that he wouldn't do independent film, when I ran across another interview, and the BBC interviewer was terrible. He really was. He was trying to get into the deep, dark days of Robert Downey Jr. But I sat there and thought about that, and I thought Robert Downey Jr. was he was nicer than I would have been. It's none of our business. If Robert Downey Jr. wants people to know about his deep, dark days, he can make a film on it, make $1 bazillion, and reveal it in a controlled environment where he feels safe. But he doesn't need to. And I think that's the point. I don't know when we decided that everybody who's famous we like in a movie, TV show, or we know about, we have some right to all their personal life. I thought it was cool when he revealed on, was it Jimmy Fallon, I think? Robert Downey Jr. said, hey, I had a big ball pit at my 50th birthday party. Well, that's cool. I think it's pretty slick. He doesn't owe it to us to tell him that, to tell us that. He doesn't owe us that. He owes us the performance that we paid to see. That's it. And I think that's why I'm the worst Natalie Portman fan ever, is because I don't think she owes me any of her personal life. She owes me performances that she gives that I go purchase. Same thing with any actor or actress. I mean, sure, I would like to know things. There are things I'd like to know about, but I don't really expect to have to know about them. I mean, I'm curious like anyone. And if Robert Downey Jr. decided to reveal his whole life story, I would probably watch it. I'm not offended, I don't feel hurt, I don't feel like he's anything other than a great actor because he doesn't feel a need to answer stupid questions from an interviewer who doesn't seem to know what he's doing. So anyway, that's what's really been bugging me, is people thinking that actors owe them something, or you're now a famous actor, you should be going to do independent film to give back. Why? That's not his job. I guess it ties into the whole political correct thing, which I'm against. Political correctness is just censorship. It means that you're going to try and control what I say by making me feel bad because I don't agree with you or I don't use the right terms or some garbage like that. I think people need to grow a thicker skin. They need to get over themselves and realize you're not that important. So if you're offended, that's okay. And it's okay to be offended by things and still not hate people, because that's called tolerance. Obviously, there are things you can't tolerate. You know what? People are allowed to have an opinion, and it's not always going to agree with you, and sometimes it's going to hurt your feelings. That's okay. And that's why I think the Robert Downey Jr. interview, I was kind of like, I was laughing about it because I thought, dude, give him some. All right. Way to go. Don't feel pressured to give away who you are. Don't feel pressured to give away your private life. I don't think that's right. So rock on, Robert Downey Jr. If you got any comments, you can by all means leave them. If you want to be trolly, go ahead. I probably ignore that, but rock on. And well, I'm back. We'll see how the next week goes. Rock on.